Yo, we back again. Ringo TV. We in the building for another one. Make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Yeah. Let's get right to the nitty gritty, guys. We back again. Make sure you hit that like button. We got to talk about a situation about the true identity of Nolan Wells' mother exposed. But not only that, what we're going to also do is we're going to expose a YouTuber named Miss Lowdown for stealing my research and not providing credit, but trying to pose in front of her audience like she's smart, like she did research, like she's educated. And I need for the YouTube community, mainly you viewers, to understand that when it comes to truth, you can only find that on Ringo TV Reactions. All these other grifters, they sit in the clouds. They don't got no content. They don't know what to talk about. They sit down like scavengers and they try to eat off of other people's research. So what I'm going to show you in this particular live is how these grifters and these scavengers steal from people like me. If you are a follower of Miss Lowdown, I don't know why you following these people, because you should be on my platform. Why would you want to follow a platform that regurgitate my research and they don't even have the decency to say, hey, I was watching Ringo TV and that's where I got my info from? They don't even have the decency to do that, guys. So we're going to expose them and pretty much make a example out of why you should not be watching imitators. Ringo TV is the source of truth. So I have their name highlighted in my title, not because I'm trying to promote them, because trust me, anybody that's watching this live, they're not going to be following that woman, because I'm going to show you with clear facts and data that content creator stole my research to try to play it off to her audience like she did some sort of in-depth investigation when all she was doing was watching me in the clouds. And this is what all these YouTubers do, right? So without further ado, let me put this on the screen. Let me get out of here first. Make sure you guys can see me because I'm on camera. I ain't like these YouTubers that be hiding all day, right? So now watch this, gang. Watch this. This woman named Miss Lowdown, her name matches her because she's a low down, dirty dog. Because when you steal, right, it's one thing to do a reaction to a video. It's another thing when you steal someone's research. That's like I provide a paper in school and you steal my results, my work to try to pass so you can advance off my research. We're not going to let that happen, and we're not going to let it slide. We're going to expose you to the YouTube community so they can know that you are not a source of truth. You're a fan of Ringo TV, low key. So her video title is "The Bench Warmer is Upset, Y'all," and getting exposed by lying on Miss Lowdown about Nolan's mom. Now, she have some beef with some other person. I don't really care about that. What I'm trying to show you is she uploaded this video on today, literally, guys, about an hour or two ago. About an hour or two ago, she uploaded that video. Now, watch this. This is my video. My video was streamed yesterday, 21 hours ago. It already got 15,000 views. You know why? I'm the only one on YouTube that broke down the identity of Nolan Wells and his mother. I'm the only one because I researched the information myself. Now, I'm showing you this because I want you to see a timeline of events. My stream was 21 hours ago on the 14th. Title: Where does Nolan Wells' mother, Christine Wonsley, come from? Our investigation will shock you. Why Miss Lowdown didn't tell her viewers, go check out Ringo TV's video, Where Does Nolan Wells' Mother Christine Wansley come from? Why she ain't tell the viewers that? Because like I told you guys, they don't want nobody to know who I am. These YouTubers are disgusting. That is how they are. They want to come across like they did research to deceive the viewers. They want to eat off other people's work. And they never credit the source of where they get their findings. Right? So now, let me take this off the screen. We're going to listen to her video so we can expose the devil. And then we're going to get to the content where I'm going to show you my receipts to show you that she stole my research. Now, let's play her video clip. Commentary and criticism, fair use, Ringo TV reactions. Let's go.
A lot of these, they hate that. So what they do is, now they start attacking, oh, she's Filipino, because she ain't even black. See, they start doing that.
She said they start attacking her, saying she Filipino, she not even black. Who said that? Now, I did bring up something Filipino, but I said I dated a Filipino. I didn't say she's Filipino because I don't know what exactly she is. I've heard rumors that she was mixed Asian and black. That's what I heard. But then I looked up some information and found the truth on what she really was.
You heard that? She said she looked up some information. This woman didn't look up a damn thing. What she did was she watched me.
So this is why I wanted to jump on him, put this right in his face. Like,
let's play that back again, guys, because I want you all to see this. First of all, you see me on camera. When you watch that woman, she's never on camera. She said she looked up some information, but the information is mine. She literally clipped screenshots of my video and act like she did research. Now, I don't know. Maybe that's the type of stuff you like to watch, guys. But in my world, if I get information from somebody, I credit the source. I credit the source for their labor. That way other people can recognize them for what they discovered. See, we like to talk about the white man stole inventions from black people. We love to talk about how this black inventor, they stole his work. They stole that person's work. They whitewash everything. But look what's going on social media. You could be black and you have other ninjas, scavengers that will steal your research and don't even credit you. That's how disgusting these YouTubers are. Listen to what she said. Let's go.
Yes, I've heard rumors that she was mixed Asian and black. That's what I heard. But then I looked up some information and found the truth on what she really was. So this is why I wanted to jump on him, put this right in his face. Like, stop lying on me, okay? Please stop lying on me. Oh, she said that she is black. I ain't never said this woman black, but I have.
What screen is black at Forever Studios? What screen is black? What screen is black? Y'all guys have to start moving, man. Like, everybody in the chat need to communicate. Is the screen black? Because when I'm doing a show, I don't want to be distracted, guys. Because everything is clear on my end. Everything is clear. Communicate, people. There are more people in the live chat. Is everybody seeing the same thing, or am I just sitting here bugging out? Okay, we got Lori says, I can see it. It's clear. So y'all can see the video, right? All of y'all can see the video, right? Okay, let me just get back to the show. Forever Studio says the screen is black. See, guys, look, when you see something, right, you got to know how to communicate that because it disrupts the show. I got to stop. I got to go do this. You got to check your equipment to make sure that you don't have a problem with your device because I got to stop, and it's frustrating. Because I'm trying to flow, guys. This is serious. I'm trying to flow. Everybody else could see it. Everybody else could see the video. So the best thing you could do, if you can't see something, restart your device. You understand? Because the last thing I want to do is get on here and start to complain, yell, and scream because I'm being distracted, guys. This is very important. You understand? Everybody that's in this live chat, can you see the screen? Can you see that there's a video on that screen? Do you see a woman with glasses? Yes or no? Because this is what is irritating, fam. I gotta stop the show now to do all of this stuff when I'm flowing. I'm trying to flow, guys. You got to learn how to work with me. For real, for real. Now, let me get back to the show. I got to rewind everything now. I got to go all the way back because I'm being distracted. It's taking me from my flow, guys. Let's go.
No, I didn't say she's Filipino because I don't know what exactly she is. I've heard rumors that she was mixed Asian and black. That's what I heard. But then I looked up some information and found the truth on what she really was. So this is why I wanted to jump on him, put this right in his face. Like, stop lying on me, okay? Please stop lying on me. Oh, she said that she is black. I ain't never said this woman black, but I have heard rumors that she was. But I found some information that she wasn't. Y'all.
She said she found some information. She ain't tell you where she found the information. I hope you guys can see me. Because I don't got time to play right now. Too many distractions, man. Too many.
Let's go.
That's when hate started coming in, right? But the truth is she's half black, half Filipino.
He says she's half black and she is half Filipino. This is what he just said. Okay, y'all. What do y'all see right here?
Do you see this, guys? Do you see what she's doing? She's using what I post, guys. That's what she's using.
Celebrating Asian American Pacific Islander Heritage Month. Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month. And she has never, ever celebrated African American, nothing to do with them.
Do you see how she's copying everything that I talked about, guys? Didn't I tell you that these YouTubers always copy me? Didn't I tell you? That's why I don't know why you guys be subscribed to people that copy the source. I told you guys while I was doing my video stream yesterday that Nolan Wells' mother is Filipino and that she don't adhere or recognize Black History Month. She don't celebrate anything that's in regards to the plight that so-called African Americans deal with. All of this is what I said in my stream. This woman is regurgitating everything I talked about. Everything. Because they don't got no content, fam. And this is what they do all day on YouTube. Gossip, backbite, regurgitate info they heard from somebody else, and they act like they doing research and work, and they never credit the source.
And I'm just going to clearly say this because I'm just saying, I'm talking.
Now, notice this, guys. Notice this clip that she got on the screen. Let me make this thing larger. Notice this. This is in her video. That's a clip from my video where I was using ChatGPT. There's no way this woman could deny this. This woman literally clipped pieces from my video, my research, guys, my study time. I'm the one who broke this news. She didn't even have the decency to say, well, shout out to Ringo TV. I was watching his video and he did an excellent job. She got people on her page thinking she found this info, guys. That's how sick this YouTube thing is, fam. These people are such snakes. They'll go around stealing your work, stealing your research. It's one thing to do a reaction video. It's another thing when you copy somebody's research, somebody's study time, and you try to pose it off like you did some sort of work. And it makes your audience believe like, wow, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Watch this.
The folks that know, I'm just saying, y'all, okay? She do not accept that culture in any type of way. I'm just saying, y'all, word on the street. I don't know her like that, but this is what I heard, okay? You're right. The small emoji on Nolan's biography is the flag of the Philippines, y'all, okay? On Nolan's emoji.
Notice how she's talking about Nolan's emoji. You don't notice that? Now watch this, guys. Watch my video. Watch this. At GBT, before I brought out that info, it says, I found no reliable source stating that she is from another country or identifying as Haitian, Jamaican, African, or any other foreign nationality. Her profile lists English as her language and Ocean Springs, Mississippi as her location, but they do not publish her birthplace or ancestry. Do you see that? You see that? But once I provided information like this, all of a sudden now, ChatGPT want to spill the beans. Notice this, guys, as I scroll. Watch the video scroll. That's my work. And it goes on and it says this, guys. I also found direct confirmation from a much stronger source. Memorial Health System profile his mother, Christine Wells Wonsley, as Asian American. Do you see this, guys? Do you see this? Let's go back to her video now. Do you see that? Do you see the screenshot, guys, that she used? That's from my video. She took the clips from my video and my research, never credit me, never said, hey, man, let me shout out Ringo TV for his hard work in breaking this truth so people could know the true identity of Nolan Wells' mother and Nolan Wells. Instead, she figured I'm going to steal it and then go to my channel and try to make myself look smart. Listen to the video. Let's go.
And it strongly suggests that he was publicly acknowledging his Filipino family heritage. I also found direct confirmation from a much stronger source.
Notice she's reading what ChatGPT was telling me.
Memorial Health System profile his mother, Christine Wells Wonsley, for Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month. In that profile, she discussed her Filipino American heritage, cooking traditional Filipino food.
You see her reading the same thing, guys, that I did in my stream, and she gives no credit. Let's go. I never get the credit for my work that I do. You heard what I just said, guys? Notice this. I said this in my video yesterday. I never get the credit for my work. And look at what we got today. This low down dirty dog woman come on YouTube, steals my content, my research, and don't even give me no credit at all. So her viewers don't even know that Ringo TV Reactions is the source that broke this info to the internet. Nobody don't know that. Nobody on YouTube is talking about this but Ringo TV. Now, let's break it down. I also found direct confirmation from a much stronger source. Memorial Health System profile his mother, Christine Wells Wonsley, for Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month. Do you see that, guys? That woman stole my material. Now, guys, you got to think about this. You guys got your 9 to 5s. You got your thing, your gig, whatever you do to earn your bread, right? Now, think about what I got to deal with. Think about what I got to deal with, guys. As a content creator, where I'm trying to make a few dollars, take care of my family, right? And I do my best to do my research. I go and I study, I uncover different things, put pieces together to do some content that could do well, help my channel to grow. And then you get YouTubers like this who come online and steal your research to pass it off as if though they're intelligent And then their viewers believe that they did the research. So now they look at this woman like she is smart, intelligent, and someone they could trust because they're like, wow, you're right. When the whole time that's Ringo's work. That's Ringo TV's work. We're not talking about a reaction video. We're talking about crediting the source for the research. They can't even do that. Because it's not like she's reacting to my video. She's stealing my research. Stealing it. And then passing it off as if though she did some sort of research. That's sick, guys. And as viewers, you should never support platforms like that. Never. It's disgusting. In that profile, she discussed her Filipino American heritage. Now, I want you to think about this, guys. Look at my video where I'm discussing this information. Look at the likes. 1,200 likes. 21 hours ago, I streamed this video. 15,000 views. You see that? Now, look at her video. She just made this video on today, about an hour or two ago. 1,000 views, 254 likes. I gave her a thumbs down on this particular video because she's a thief. This is total theft of another person's research. No viewer should be rewarding a platform with clicks and views and comments when they're stealing. The best thing you can do if you get information from any platform that helps you to do your content is to give the credit so that your viewers can say, wow, that's Ringo TV's research. Let me go check out his video, show some love. I didn't even know that. Let me see what he had to say. That's all you got to do. But people don't know how to give credit on YouTube because they're selfish. That's why I don't rock with none of these YouTubers. They're all snakes. And that woman has always been a liar, a grifter. She's been lying and grifting off all sorts of topics. She never tells the truth. Never tells the truth. Now, let's get back to my video so I can break it down. Let's go. Do you get that? Do you get that? Based on the facts, she's Filipino. And her son, Nolan Wells, also identify as Filipino. That's a fact, guys. Because all of this I broke out to the internet where I went and I found Nolan Wells' social medias where he represent the Filipino flag, telling people like, look, I'm not no so-called African American. I'm Filipino. So he don't identify as a so-called African American black man. And for some reason, you got a lot of people all over social media claiming, oh, he's half black, he's half Filipino, he's Filipino. I don't think you understand. In the Philippines, you have people that are melanated skin. They have melanated skin, dark skin. You have all different shades. And now on social media, because I released this information, you got a bunch of people in the comments, they're mad now. So now they're saying we're all mixed. Who cares? We're all mixed. Oh, really? We're all mixed, but we getting Ben Crump to come in. We getting a civil rights attorney for a Filipino kid. I want that to make sense, guys. I want it to make sense. When have you seen Ben Crump come in representing anybody else but so-called blacks? You never see him represent nobody else. Only time is when it's a black-white issue. I made it very clear. That man, that's his stepfather, fam. And everybody's like, what? Nolan don't even have his last name. Wonsley? Shouldn't it be Nolan Wonsley if that's your father? They literally playing us right now. Well, not me, you. Because you're not paying attention. You're not paying attention to what the media is doing. Do you know? Let me do this. Let me do this real quick. Let me do this real quick, guys. Real quick. Da, 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 da. Wait a minute. Let me do this. How much is... Oh, snap. How much is 700 in... Okay. This conversion uses... Okay, let me do this. Let me take this picture here. Add this. Okay, let's see. Okay, let me do this. I'm going to show you how that family did the ultimate grift on Black Americans. Because y'all don't understand the game. This is why they hate me on YouTube. Now watch how I do this, and then they're going to get mad. Now, before I do this, shout out to the person that came in my comments. I don't know who you are, but I want to make sure I give you your credit. Somebody came in my comments and it was like, yo, Ringo, that GoFundMe money, 700,000. If you translate that into the Philippines money, fam, them people are rich for life. Do you see how I just gave that credit? Now, let me show this to the people. Let me show this to the people, fam. Because y'all don't know what's happening right now. They playing y'all, man. These people are playing Black people, bro. They getting rich. And guess what? That money is going home to her family overseas. That money is going home. Let me see if I could throw this up. Let's see what we got. Yes, 700,000 USD gives vastly more purchasing power and value in Philippines than in the US states, stretching roughly 2.5 to 4 times further, depending on your lifestyle. At the current exchange rate, 700,000 USD equals roughly 43.1 million Philippine pesos. Here is how that translates to real world value compared to the US. Cost of living, overall living expenses in the Philippines are about 58% lower than in the US, while rent is roughly 81% lower. A single expat can comfortably live a middle to upper class lifestyle on a 1,000 to 1,500 USD per month. Real estate. You can purchase a high-end luxury condominium in premium districts like BGC or Makati, or build a large modern home in province areas or for a fraction of US prices. Day-to-day expenses, services like domestic help, dining, groceries, and local transportations like ride sharing, tricycles cost significantly less. Things to consider before moving. Well, we don't need to go into all of that. My point, guys, is this. Black Americans, man, you guys You guys are always getting played. You got played with the Carmelo Anthony case. You gave that family $700,000. That family is rich. They're able to invest that money. They're able to pay off debts, houses, cars, you name it. You put them on the easy street. And Carmelo still got 35 years in prison. So you waste your money. When it comes to the Nolan Wells situation, you guys went hard in the paint because you assumed that Nolan Wells is African American. You assumed that he's a black man when he's Filipino. His mother is Filipino. And again, I have to keep on making this very clear because we live in a time where people get offended. I got like 10 people got offended with me because of my previous video and unsubscribed from my channel talking about I hate Filipinos. When did I say that? I made it very clear in my videos 1,000 times. I'm trying to establish truth. I could care less if you're Filipino, Chinese, Asians, Jamaicans. I don't care where you're from. My point is that black Americans are going around social media calling these people African American, identifying them as black, when I did the research and found out that the mother don't identify as black. She identifies as Filipino. Do you understand me? She celebrates Filipino customs and traditions. You know, I'm trying to establish the truth. You guys keep getting mad at me. And now y'all going around saying, who cares where he's from? Who cares? There's a civil rights attorney hired to make this a race issue. You know what they normally do? When have you ever seen a Filipino being represented by Ben Crump? When you ever seen that? What rights are they fighting for? What do you need a civil rights attorney when a kid end up dead because he drowned in a freak accident? And you got all these YouTubers blaming white people. But when we look at the case of brother Ken Liverpool, he died the same way like Nolan Wells. And nobody's talking about that story till this day. I'm the only YouTuber that talked about Akeem Liverpool, a black man celebrating his birthday. He was drinking, dancing on the edge of the boat. His friends, his family was on the boat. He's the birthday boy. For some reason, he ended up off the boat. Nobody noticed him fall. They get to the land, they're like, where's so-and-so? Nobody don't know. So they tell the captain notify Coast Guards and all sorts of other stuff. They go searching, can't find him. Then they end up finding the body dead. Same like Nolan Wells. But I don't see nobody blaming black people. I don't see nobody saying we need justice for Akeem. Nobody's talking about it because you know why? All his friends and family are black, and they're the ones that was on that boat. But in this case, we have Nolan Wells, a so-called Filipino who happened to have melanated skin. I already told you, Filipinos have melanated skin too. You got light ones and you got dark ones, but they're not your people. Can we understand that? Can we please stop calling everybody that have melanated skin black people? You're not the same people. Nobody in the Philippines is representing you. Nobody is coming down and fighting for you. Nobody. This is about truth. Truth. Stop calling people African American when they're not. Stop doing that. To you FBA devils, to you cult members of the FBA community, you know what's a tether? You know that name you love to call me? Tether, tether, tether. Let me explain what a tether is. A tether is Nolan Wells' mother. she's a tether. Because she's living and benefiting off the plight of Black Americans. Her son always hanged with white people. He always did. But now that he's dead, she wants to act like she's African American. She want to act like she's African American now. She want to act as if though she is dealing with racial injustice because her son decides to drink and hang with a group and end up dead. For some reason, they can't accept that his death is an accident. Instead, they want to blame somebody that's white. And the only reason why the Black community is riding with Nolan Wells is because y'all believe that he's a Black man when he's not. And you put this stepdaddy up there to make it look official. In other words, you got this dark-skinned man, ultra dark-skinned man, but his son is light-skinned. Okay, whatever you say. Ultra dark-skinned melanated man, but your son is light-skinned. Okay. I'm not buying that. He don't have your last name, red flag. You had idiots coming into my comments talking about, well, in Filipino culture, the son takes on the mother's. No! The son take on the father's surname. Do you understand? Just like everybody else. What father has a son and his son is not named after him? What father does that? What father has a son and his son is not named after him? What father feels at peace knowing that his son don't even have his name? One of the greatest things, the greatest joys of a father is knowing that his son carries his name, his legacy. That's tradition in all cultures. But you got these damn demons mad at me because I brought this info out. And now you got to the point where you got these YouTube grifters stealing my content, trying to act like they're intelligent and smart. Let's get back to that video with that lion lady stealing my material. Let's go.
To Kajalud or whatever, and having family ties to the Philippines, y'all.
Do you see how she's reading what I post? She ain't credit the source. She didn't say shout out to Ringo TV. She didn't put a link to direct back to my platform. No. And see, guys, that's the sick part about YouTube, is that these content creators think that they could just do this type of stuff and get away with it. Not when Ringo TV is here. I'm going to expose you. And once I expose you, people in the community going to see, and they're not going to rock with you. A lot of you not going to even rock with that person. You're going to unfollow these people because they're liars. They're thieves. They're not originator. They're not original at all. All they do is regurgitate what they hear from other people. And it's sick. But do the Black community know that? Are they fighting for Nolan because they love Filipino people? Or are they fighting for Nolan because they believe he's a so-called African American? Which one? They're fighting because they think that Nolan is an African American. That's why. That's why so many Blacks are emotionally invested. If the Black community know that Nolan Wells is Filipino and he don't acknowledge being African American, he represent his Filipino heritage, they're not going to be going hard in the paint. They're not. Because they're going to be like, wait a minute, we made a mistake. What the heck? What? So hold up, we riding with a dude that don't even represent being African American. What am I wasting my time for? The mother celebrates her Filipino culture, Philippines traditions. And there's nothing wrong with that. If that's your traditions, then do what you do. Nobody's telling you something wrong with you. What we're focusing on here is truth. I am tired of people trying to basically project that there's something that they're not, or try to mix in and benefit off the plight of Black Americans when it's convenient. His own mother said on video that Nolan always went to that island, guys. He always went. You don't believe me? Okay, let me show you the footage. Let me get the footage for you guys, because it's like, no matter what I say, gang, it's like they just don't get it. Let me see if I can pull this up, because we talked about it yesterday. Let me see if I can bring it up. I'm not sure if this is it.
What?
No, that's not it. Is this it?
The friends that Nolan traveled to Horn Island with, they say that he stayed behind voluntarily. Why would he stay behind?
That we cannot answer. I can't fathom why he would. Like,
I don't know why he would. We always taught him to, if you go with a group, you stay with a group. Mm-hmm. Even when he was in college, he would say, "Dad, well, we're gonna ride down to a party or something in another city." So I always tell him, "Look, if you go with 5, you come back with 5. Do not separate from your group." Because I always say safety is in numbers. Mm-hmm. And he always said, "Yes, sir." So he knew to stay with his group. So why would he split from his group? I don't know.
So that would have been unusual for him to split from the group. Yeah. And you said he would always check in with you. Did he check in with you that day?
So that day, no, I don't. But of course, too, they were on the boat. And usually when he is out there, which it's not uncommon, he's, I think, since last year, he's been going there.
From last year, he been going where? From last year, what? He been going where? Could you say that again, please?
He's been going there occasionally with his friends.
He been going there occasionally with his friends. So let's establish this for the court of public opinion. Nolan Wells occasionally always went to this island. So that wasn't the first time he been there. He went there many times and always came back home with his buddies. But for some odd reason, this grifter couple who's hustling Black Americans and gaining sympathy from these people know that Nolan always hanged with his white friends, right? They know this. And they also established that Nolan always visited that island. So that island is not a mystery place where he just mysteriously died. Nolan knows the island. Did you get that? Nolan knows the island. They always went there to hang out. But the media is trying to make it seem like that was his first time going out there to celebrate 4th of July and all this other stuff, when the kid always been out there. And they know. They didn't have a problem with the white folks that he was hanging with before. But all of a sudden now, they want to play the race card. Because we all know, when you bring Ben Crump in, Al Sharpton, you're making it a race issue. You're bringing in these civil rights people. You got Colin Kaepernick talking about he's going to pay for an autopsy. He's another civil rights advocate. You got all these clowns coming in. Why? Because they got a problem with white people. But what did the mother say, guys? What did this mother say? Let's go.
He's been going there occasionally with his friends. And so it would always just be like, "Hey, Mom, I'm back," type of thing. But this time there was no call.
You see that? This time there was no call. So before, Nolan was going to that island back and forth. And when he would come home, "Ma, I'm back." Back from where? From the island. The mysterious island that the media want you to think that a group of white kids took him out there to kill him. Right? They want you to believe that was his first time out there and he didn't know his way around and they just mysteriously left him there. No, these parents know about that island. And they were fully aware that Nolan hanged out with his buddies. They know that. They trying to make it seem like they don't know what's going on. We just want answers. What answers? You know your son hanged out with that group, and you always knew that. But now that he dead, you want to play the black card. You want to act like you're so-called African-American, and you want to gain the African-American dollar. That's what they're doing, gang.
Or a text from him. It was from his friend.
You see that, guys? Do you see that? Think about what's going on, fam. Listen to this again.
The friends that Nolan traveled to
Stay with his group. So why would he split from his group? I don't know.
So that would have been unusual for him to split from the group. And you said he would always check in with you. Did he check in with you that day?
So that day, no, I don't. But of course, too, they were.
So the whole day, they want you to believe that Nolan never checked in with his mom? The whole day?
On the boat, and usually when he is out there, which.
Usually when he is out there. Usually. Guys. In every community, you got black kids, white kids, Asian kids, whatever they are. When they hang out, they got certain places they go. Y'all all know this. All of you that were teenagers at one point, you had places that you went and you hung out all the time. Y'all all know this. These parents know about Nolan's whereabouts.
It's not uncommon. He's, I think, since last year, he's.
What do you mean since last year? You got to look at him to see if it's safe to say. Since last year, right? No, you already got caught. You should have never said that. You should have never said nothing. Once you look at your husband, or I don't even know who they are. I don't even know if this couple is real. I don't even know. You understand? Once you say ever since last year and you got to look at that man, that's when you know you're lying. The truth is, Nolan always hanged out with that group. Those are his buddies. You see them in photos. If I'm correct, the mother is the one who posts the photo of Nolan with the white boy. You know, that the one that you see all these YouTubers keep posting, like the white guys are demons, like they're all monsters and killers, when really that was just a fun photo of them guys hanging out. Matter of fact, I would go as far to say that photo that was posted, that's not even new. Because here's the thing. If Nolan is dead and his buddies and everybody was able to come back home, are you telling me that's one of the photos they took? That's an old photo. That's a photo when they were hanging out a while back. Do you see that? So the mother is fully aware of Nolan's hangout spot. That island was a hangout spot. But now they're doing world tours on television to try to garner up the support of African Americans. And you got people calling the mom our African American sister. We got to help our sister. And this is why I did my research to find out more about this woman. And it come to find out, she's Filipino. When you come to find out, Nolan is Filipino. And that man right there, guys, that man right there is a stepdaddy. And they're not telling you this. They've set this whole picture up to make it look like a black couple. Got all of us deceived. And in the middle, you got Ben Crump and Al Sharpton and all these grifters who are just hustling people to make you get emotionally invested. And the only reason why, as a black man, as a black woman, that you're so invested in this is because you want to see somebody white get arrested and charged. But now that it's very clear and evident that she's Filipino and Nolan is Filipino and this is a stepdaddy, what are you going to do now? Because I'm the one who brought this info out. All these YouTubers, they're grifting. They've been lying to you the whole time. Listen at the tape.
Going there occasionally with his friends, and so it would always just be like, hey mom, I'm back, type of thing. But this time there was no call.
This time there was no call. So all the other times there was no foul play. That's why I keep telling you, this family's a bunch of liars. Nolan hanged with his white friends many times at that island and always came back home safe. If they wanted to kill him, they would have did that a long time ago. Do you see that? When it comes to a phone, one of the friends had the phone. They stole the phone. Nobody stole the phone. The phone was left behind on a boat. You know why? Because Nolan fell off that damn boat because he was drunk. And nobody saw him fall off the boat. So while all of y'all saying, how come nobody didn't see him fall off the boat? Well, go look at the case of a Ken Liverpool, a black man who fell off the boat while celebrating his birthday, and his family and his friends are all around, and not one of them saw him fall off the boat. Nobody saw him fall off the boat. He was just missing. And by the time they got the Coast Guard and figured everything out, he was already dead. He drowned. Same way like Nolan Wells. Nolan Wells' death was a freak accident. There's no murder. There's no proof. But because the media want to create a race war, they're pushing this on us. They started off with the Carmelo Anthony case. Carmelo's a killer. He's a murderer. He killed Austin. And the black community was going around saying, free Carmelo. A killer. It divided us as a people. They say, you know what? We got to start over. Throw out the Nolan Wells stories. Put that out there. Let's put that story out there. How come the media is not pushing a Ken Liverpool story? That story is underground. Nobody knows about it, guys. I'm the only YouTuber that's talking about it. Nobody's talking about brother Myron Henry, a black man, an innocent black man who was sitting by a store, saw a group of men run by with guns. He started to run for safety. He gets shot. Then while on the floor bleeding out, the gunmen run back to their vehicle, see him still moving, empty the clip inside of him, killed him. 3 black men unalived him. Nobody's talking about it. None of these YouTubers are talking about it. You know why? Black on black crime. The media loves filling us up with hate and rage bait. You know? If it don't include a white person doing something to a black person, no, they don't post it. Like right now, you got a story of, I believe, a white kid was charged in connection with, I guess, trying to destroy evidence. Some of y'all probably heard about that story of a white boy where a black teen or something drowned. They never killed him. But because one of the white boys panicked, he decided to take the cell phone, delete some messages, I guess his correspondence between him and the other kid, throw his clothes in the river somewhere, or do something to try to make it look like he was never there with him. He never killed him. He never wanted him to die. It was a freak accident where that black kid died. But because he tried to tamper with evidence in regards to what happened, you see, he ended up getting charged with something because he panicked. He panicked knowing that one of his buddies died. Rather than him getting himself together, call authorities, he felt he was going to get in trouble. He got scared and started to tamper with evidence. Real stupid. Nobody's excusing his actions. That's real stupid. But guess what's going on social media? I'm glad you asked that question. Black influencers are going around saying that the white kid killed him. That's what they're doing, guys. Black influencers are going around saying that the white kid killed that black kid. And he didn't. He didn't kill him. It was a freak accident. Even the news media declared that. It was an accident. He got in the water. He drowned. His friend was supposed to call authorities so they could either rescue or whatever. But because they jumped in that place, it probably was a restricted area. I don't know. Probably was a restricted area. Probably they weren't supposed to do that. And being that the person died, they didn't want to get in no trouble. So they figure, let's tamper with the evidence. When really, they were not going to get in trouble. If somebody died and it was an accident, it's an accident. It's like if you're driving your car and there's an accident. If it's a natural accident and somebody died, then you're not going to get charged with that. Now, if you were going over the speed limit, drinking and driving, and somebody die, you're going to get in trouble. But if it's a accident and you didn't intentionally do that, you're not going to get charged with no death. So it was dumb on that team's part to tamper with evidence. But what's going on social media, guys, from black content creators, it's disgusting. Ever since I've been on YouTube, gang, I've always witnessed black content creators distorting information to create racial tension, to stir up hate. This happens all the time, guys. I'm the only YouTuber that's truthful. Everybody else is lying. When I tell you these YouTubers lie every day, every single day, they gotta lie to you. That's the only way to get views now. You gotta lie to people. So when you see black content creators pushing this Nolan Wells story and they just keep pushing it and making it seem like somebody harmed Nolan Wells, that's called rage bait. They're trying to enrage black people. And in the process, that's how they get clicks. That's how they get views. That's how they stay monetized. Because they're feeding you what you want to hear. This woman is Filipino. She's not a so-called African-American woman. She's not. And there's nothing wrong if you are Filipino. There's nothing wrong if you're from the Philippines. But don't act like something you're not when it's convenient. Don't try to act like you're an African American because you know it's profitable. Don't start acting like you're going through some sort of civil rights issue, that you're experiencing racism, and you need to act like you're black now, when normally, under normal circumstances, you don't even act that way. You don't even want your kids hanging around black people. Oh, see, now we're getting something started here. Guys, you got people that don't let their kids hang around black people. But when it's convenient, they act like they're African American. And that is what I'm trying to deal with today. And this is why they keep getting mad at me. Because I'm speaking the truth. And with all my research, you got these scavenger YouTubers that constantly steal from my material. One thing I don't like is a person who don't claim to be African American. They're not African American, but when it's convenient, they'll act like they're African American in order to get the benefits that African Americans can get. I don't like when people do that. All over social media, people are calling this woman an African American. Oh, that's my sister. We got to help our sister. Do you really think she feels the same way about you? No. Y'all remember the brick lady? Y'all remember when I covered the case and I told you guys that she's not a so-called black woman? Remember I told you that? Put a 1 in the chat if you remember the story with the brick lady who went around social media claiming that black men attacked her with a brick. Come to find out, she was lying the whole time. That woman had some sort of condition. Nobody attacked her with a brick. They gave that woman $46,000. Like that. Black women did it. Black women gave her $46,000. And she's not even a black woman. All throughout YouTube, they were claiming her as an African American woman. And she was not. I think she's Ethiopian or not Ethiopian. What's that word, man? She's something else. Not Ethiopian. From one of them other places. She's African, but she's in some other nationality. Right? But my point is, the black community, Somali. Yeah, there you go. Thank you. She was Somali. But black women were condemning us black men on social media, saying that we're a bunch of cowards for beating a black woman with a brick. And we never did anything. I'm the one who told you she's going to start a GoFundMe and rob everybody. And she did exactly what I said. How many times is this going to happen? How many times will we have stories where people lie and manipulate to get money out of the black community? How many times? And y'all keep getting mad at me for speaking the truth. I don't get it, fam. Let's go.
Or text from him. It was from his friend.
Think about that, guys. She said she got a text from the friend. If they killed him, why would they text you? If you know you killed Nolan, why would you hold his phone? Why would a killer hold his phone if he killed him? I would not be holding somebody's phone if I know I unalive him. I would get rid of the phone. It makes no sense. He was holding the phone because he didn't know where his friend was. Yeah. And he was hoping that his friend would come back, ring his bell. Hey, yo, buddy, you got my phone? Oh, yeah, I was holding it for you. But instead, what they're doing on YouTube, they're saying, oh, the friend deleted messages. How? With what password? How he's able to get on the phone? Where this rumor come from? Deleted messages. How come they're never telling you what was deleted? Because anything that's deleted from a phone can be restored. That's how I know that they're lying to you. Anything that get deleted from a phone, it can be restored with software. Do you guys know that? Anything you do on your phone, guys, if you watch pornography on your phone, downloaded photos, all those photos can be restored. If the FBI, the feds, whatever, want to track you down and take hold of your phone, they can pull up everything. Let's say, for example, you're a pedo, a PDF file, and you took videos of you doing sexual acts to a child and photos, and you delete them from your phone. Do you really think those photos and videos are deleted when the feds get a hold of that phone? No, they're going to be able to pull all of that up. Think logically. If photos and videos or whatever was deleted from Nolan's phone, you don't think by now the information would be resurfaced? They're playing you guys. I'm a tech. I'm telling you straight up and down. Anything you do on your phone can be restored. They're lying to you. All of these people that are running these stories, they're all lying to you to keep you emotionally invested so you could be angry. That's what they're doing, guys. Which one? Because I see people on YouTube going around saying that Christine Wansley is a so-called black woman, African-American, and how they killed her African-American son. But based on you saying the mother is the one who started that rumor about they deleted something from the phone? Yeah, that's a lie. The mother's lying, guys. The mother is lying. If the mother want anything to be restored on that phone, all she got to do is give it to somebody that knows how to do it. So she's lying. The mother is a effing liar, guys. She's lying. Do you understand me? She's lying. And here's the thing. She's trying to pin that on one of the friends. That's what she's doing, guys. How she got access to the phone to know? How she know? How she got access to the phone? Do you see that? Anybody could say that. She's falsely accusing somebody because she can't accept that her son is dead. It's one of them type of things. She just can't accept the truth. Let's go. My research and information, they're Filipino. You see what I said? I said with my research and information, they're Filipino. But you got this YouTuber who stole my work. Check it out.
If you're going to come for me, at least have some receipts. There go the receipts right there of what she really is. Okay, y'all? Should I rewind it a little bit, y'all?
You see how she's using what I already talked about, guys? She's talking about receipts. This is my research. This ain't her receipts. That's my work.
And play it back what he just said.
You start doing, once you start.
We don't need to hear that mess. We don't need to hear him.
They only care about views and clicks, and he only care about cash apps.
That's it.
That's all he care about is cash app. How did I get under somebody's skin without even trying to get under their skin? Y'all, what is wrong with him? What targeted him to just target me? Huh? Is word on the street that he is getting paid to come at me because I'm talking about this?
I mean, when I see YouTubers like this, guys, who steal my intellectual properties, this is my research. I literally study, guys, before I do my content. That's the reason why my video on the topic, this one right here, the reason why this particular video of mine have 15,000, almost 16,000 views with 1,200 likes is because my research is good. I'm the only one on YouTube that is doing this. So people gravitate towards it. It's getting a lot of good feedback. You know why? Because I did my homework. What Miss Lowdown is trying to do is piggyback off my work without giving me no credit. And I cannot stand YouTubers that do that. It's disgusting. It is disgusting when a YouTuber take your material, your research, and pose like they researched it to deceive their audience into thinking that they're intelligent and smart when really they don't know nothing. She literally was regurgitating everything that I said word for word. It's sick, guys. Right? So now it goes on and it says, for her Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month. In that profile, she discussed her Filipino American heritage, cooking traditional Filipino food, learning, what's this? I think that's the language. Tagalog. I'm not sure. I think that's a language, right? And having family ties to the Philippines. Do you see that? Do you see that? So it is perfectly safe to say that Nolan is Filipino and his mother is Filipino. Do you see that, guys? All of this is my research, gang. All of this is my research. All the way down to where I brought out the memorial website showing you that Christine Wells Wonsley celebrates Asian American Pacific Islander Heritage Month. This is my research that I brought out. But you got people that steal and they never credit me. For example, I'm the one who brought out Nolan Wells' social media. Not one person on YouTube brought this out. Look at the flag, guys. He's representing the Philippines flag. He's not representing being no African American. That kid know he's Filipino. He already know. He's taking pride in his heritage, as he should. But for some reason, African Americans are going around calling him African American because of melanated skin. Because the media is painting it that way. And in the process, that family is being rich. They literally getting rich. They got over $700,000. And they're going to take that money right back to the Philippines. And it's going to give them 4 times the value. You see that? I'm the one who brought out this info. Are committed to improving the health and wellness of our community. We hope you enjoy learning about them. It goes on and it says this, guys. Christine is a nurse practitioner who specializes in primary care at Memorial. Could it be possible that Nolan Wells had mental health issues? Has shaped me. And that's something I brought out in my video stream, guys, because in her message on the memorial page, she basically talked about mental health issues and various other things. And I'm trying to figure out, did Nolan Wells suffer from mental health issues? Did he have any sort of issues? You know, because if he did, and you apply alcohol, drugs, or whatever the case is with that, that can be a deadly situation. Something to think about. Because a lot of times parents don't tell you the truth about what their son was really going through. Be resilient in all aspects of my life. At a very young age, I remember my mother's amazing work ethic, but also how kind she was to others and her devotion to her family. She would often share the struggles she and her family endured while she was living in the Philippines. And notice something, she's only talking about her mother. She's not even talking about her father, gang. You know why? She don't know who her father is. Let me explain something about the Philippines, guys. And this is true. Not for everybody, but this is true. You got a lot of people, a lot of tourists, a lot of men that go to the Philippines to sleep around. And a lot of times, Filipino women get impregnated by men of different cultures, by white men, by black men, by various men, because she gave all this credit to her mother. At no point did she mention her father, which means her Filipino mother was impregnated by a mystery man. That's a fact. Because if her mother was so valuable in her life, why she ain't mention her father? Because she don't know who he is. She don't know who he is. ChatGPT, before I brought out that info, it says I found no reliable source. See? ChatGPT is what I was using, guys, while streaming. So Miss Lowdown stole my research. Because I'm the one who gave these prompts about Nolan Wells' social media page with the flag. And that is when, as you see here, I gave ChatGPT this information right here. And once I did that, it gave me the following. You see that? And when you go to Miss Lowdown's video right here, right? Let me scroll over here. Where is that? Let me see. Right here. You can see on her video. Let me make this thing larger. As you can see, that's a clip from my video. She ain't even credit the source and say, wow, let me do this. Let me shout Ringo out. No, she ain't even say anything. She's just acting like she did it. You see that, guys? That's my work. That's my work, gang. That's not hers. That's my work. Look at the clarity of my video. See the clarity? Look how hers is all blurry and cheap. Because she stole that from me, fam. That's my research. My intellectual property. And it's sad, fam. It's sad that people rob and steal all day because I'm the only YouTuber that call this out. I'm the only one. Look at Nolan Wells in that photo. And look at that man. That's not his father, fam. Nope. Stepdaddy. Stepdaddy, fam. He don't even have the last name. That's a red major flag. When you think about it, gang, watch this. Let me show you this because a lot of y'all may not understand this. Let me do this real quick. Let me go back to my video and show you this. All right. Notice her name. It's on here. Celebrating Asian American Pacific Islander Heritage Month. Christine Wells Wansley. So why is her name Christine Wells Wansley, right? But Nolan is Nolan Xavier Wells. You know why? It may be alleged that Christine was previously married, fam. And she's still carrying the name Wells. Why is that? Because we know the man that she's with now, he got the name Wansley. That's his last name. And she got that name connected to hers. But it's Wells hyphen Wansley. That could be the name from the previous relationship, fam. And she gave it to the son rather than Wonsley. You know why? Because Mr. Wonsley is not the father, fam. That's the stepdad. And this is what makes this story more sick, is that they painting this thing in the media like it's this big old happy family. And the whole time they've been lying to the public. This woman is Filipino. She is not an African-American woman. She is not African-American. And we need to stop calling people things that they're not. Again, if you're Filipino, if you're from the Philippines, then do you. That's what this is about. Do you. So don't come at me talking about hate, talking about, oh, you hate Filipino. At no point did I say that. I'm establishing truth. I'm establishing who this woman really is. She's not an African-American woman. Neither is her son. Do you understand? You don't know where that woman is from because you don't know who her daddy is. Because at no point did she talk about her daddy. Her daddy could be a white man. Her daddy could be another Filipino man. Her daddy could be anybody. You don't know. Because she never mentioned him. She mentioned her mom. Normally, when parents are valuable, you mention the mom and the dad. She didn't even mention her dad because she don't know him. It's real, man. So we're going to get up on out of here, gang. The true identity of Nolan Wells' mother is that she is Filipino. And all of that money that they received on the GoFundMe, let me go check it out to see what updates we got. Let me go to the GoFundMe. GoFundMe. And let's see what updates we got to see if the family reached 700,000 yet. Let's see. The family is up to 680,000. They went up. It was at 666,000. Now it's at $680,000. That's sad, fam. That you guys gave this family all this money for nothing because their son is dead. A lot of families' sons are dead. They don't get nothing. What makes this family so special that you guys give them all this money for what? What investigation you're waiting for? So hold up. You giving them all this money because you want to see somebody go to prison? Y'all did that with Carmelo Anthony. And Carmelo got 35 years after you gave the family 700,000. Y'all getting played every day. And it's sad, man. It really is sad how Black Americans get played every single day. Every day getting played. All right? Look at this. 750,000 is the goal, right? This family received $680,000. Cold hard cash. Because this kid is dead. Imagine that. So the new hustle is anytime somebody die, just come and make it a race issue and you could get paid. That mother and dad know that their son hanged out with white people all day. And now they're trying to make it seem like hanging out with white people will result in your death. I've seen this all over these Black channels. They're saying we need to stop hanging around white people because every time one of us hang with them, we always end up dead. But she already knew her son had all white friends. He didn't hang out with the Black friends. For all you know, this kid don't want to be around Black people. Just because that Black man is there, that don't mean nothing. You have some folks that just don't hang around Black people. They prefer to hang around white people. I knew Black people in school who thought they were they thought they were white. I knew Black girls that would literally act like they're white. Literally have all white friends. They would try to sound like they're white, have that valley type, I don't know, They just try to talk like they're white friends. And if you would ask them, are you black? They'd be like, no, I'm not. I'm white. They used to have shows on Maury Show, Jerry Springer, Ricky Lake, Jenny Jones, whatever, all those different shows from back in the day. Used to have black women come on there and they would be like, I don't identify as black, I'm white. And she's clear melanated, but she would identify as white. And she would give her reasons that she don't like representing black or being around black people. You know? So this family is rich and all that money is going back to the Philippines. I'm telling you straight up and down, if you think that that mother is not sending that money back to the Philippines, something wrong with you. That money is going back to her family because she says she visits the Philippines, her family in the Philippines every 2 to 3 years. So trust and believe a large sum of money is going to her folks. That's sad, fam, that black people always getting played. And y'all going around talking about justice for Nolan Wells. There is no justice because he killed himself. It's a freak accident. Let it go. Freak accident, and they're monetizing this. This family is all over social media, going on tour campaigns, doing interviews, fam. When have you seen the mother shed real tears? When have you seen the alleged father? When have you seen him shedding tears? When? When have they grieved? They've been on social media all this time. The grift is real, fam. So, hey, I'm gonna get up on out of here, man. Y'all rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It is what it is. I mean, what more can I say about this, fam? People gonna steal your material no matter what you do. It's like I could be doing my content, reaching the people, and other content creators see that my work is good. They just gonna steal. That's just the way Negroes are, fam. They steal. That's what they do. They don't like to give credit because they don't want nobody to know you exist. And that's just more proof, guys, that I'm so good at what I do that Miss Lowdown stole the material, never gave no credit because she don't want nobody to know the source of where she got it from. If that don't show you that these YouTubers watch me daily, seeing what I'm saying, so it can give them inspiration for new content, I don't know what else to tell you. They watch me every day. She saw my video. She saw the views that the video got. She said, you know what? I got to regurgitate the same thing he said, but I'm not going to give him no credit because I don't want my viewers to go to his platform and learn that he's really good at what he do. Miss Lowdown is a thief, a grifter, and a liar. Majority of all her videos is lies. That's all she do is lie. Like all the other grifters. None of these people have integrity to speak the truth. None. So I'm gonna get up on out of here, gang. I gotta go take care of some business. It is what it is. And I'll catch y'all in the next stream. So shout out to the mods in the chat, Forever Studios, Caramel Kimmy Kim, and all the channel members. If you want to be in my live chat, guys, become a channel member. Stop being a cheapskate, right? And become a member. It don't make no sense that you just sit in the clouds, join the conversation. See, this is the problem. You guys sent this family $680,000 for nothing. But you can't join a membership for $5. That's sad. And it just goes to show everybody is ripping black people off with scams like this. This whole GoFundMe is a scam. You know why it's a scam even more, guys? Watch this. Colin Kaepernick said that he's paying for the autopsy, the independent autopsy for Nolan, right? Brian Allen donated $100,000. Tyler Perry said he's paying for the funeral and memorial services. So what's the point of having a GoFundMe? What's the point of having a GoFundMe if all these big willy millionaires and billionaires are footing the bill? Why Tyler Perry don't pay for black people that die in the projects? Why Tyler Perry is putting money into the Nolan Wells situation? Because the mother is Filipino. She's not African American. Why Brian Allen donate $100,000? Because the mother is Filipino. She's not African American. Brian Allen would not donate $100,000 if he knew that this was black on black crime. Tyler Perry would never pay for a funeral if it's a black on black issue. Colin Kaepernick would never pay for an independent autopsy if two ninjas are killing each other. They're only doing this because they know that that woman is not African American. That's why. And again, that $700,000 that you guys sent that family goes over in the Philippines over 2 to 4 times the value. 2 to 4 times the value, gang. That money values in the Philippines. 2 to 4 times. That's crazy, man. That equals 43.1 million Filipino pesos. That's crazy. You could live a luxurious life in the Philippines with that money for a very long time. Anyway, we'll get up on out of here, man. I got things I got to do. So y'all take care, rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel, guys. Ringo TV Reactions. We out of here, gang. Ringo TV. Yeah. Make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel, guys. Ringo TV. Make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel today. For the best content on YouTube, subscribe to the channel, Ringo TV. We'll catch you in the next stream, guys. I'm out of here. Y'all take care. Peace. We out.
If you like our content, consider supporting via Cash App at $Ringo TV Raw. Become a patron on patreon.com for exclusive video content not shown on YouTube. You could also support through PayPal at paypal.me/Ringo TV Raw. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the bell to be notified of new content. Follow me on Instagram at Ringo TV Raw.
This is Ringo TV Reactions, the only channel on YouTube bringing you the truth 100% raw and uncut. I'm out. Peace.